This is going to go through a return to jumping progression. So I'm going to go through each step, going basically from double leg to single leg, really focusing on what I'm doing with my feet. So the first thing I want to see is that most people who are weak or stiff in their ankle, they tend to want to jump more from their knees, and I'll see them when they start, their ankle's not really moving and they're kind of just doing it all from their quads. So I want to make sure when I start I see people get that toe point, so they're going all the way through that plantar flex position. So the first thing I'll have someone do is just a small jump where I want to see them point their toes and land softly, right? Point the toes, land softly. So as I leave the ground, my toe comes up, and then my toe touches as I try and slow myself to my heel, right? So it's not a big jump. I can get my arms involved a little bit, but I want to avoid trying to do most of the work with my quads. So I'm not looking for a big squat, right? Just a small knee bend, land soft. You'll notice that as I come up, I take my butt back, so I do let my heels touch the ground. Okay, so butt comes under, butt goes back. I don't want this, right? So I want to make sure I'm trying to land as soft as I can. Land as soft as I can. Point the toes, land soft, right? And I'll do that for 30 seconds to a minute, and if that's fine, then I'll start doing it quicker, and I won't necessarily come all the way to my heel, right? But I still want to get that toe point. So phase 2 is going to be really trying to get that toe point, because you'll typically see someone who's had an injury in their ankle. They don't want to point that toe. Their feet will kind of stay here versus getting that end range toe point. Okay? So toe point where I never come all the way down to my heel. Okay? So phase 1, phase 2. I'll be out of breath by the end of this. So now I'm going to go into more of a split stance or a switch jump. So once again, I'm going to start slow, and same thing, I'll focus on the toe point, and I'll land softly. Okay? Toe point, land softly. Okay? This once again turns into a quicker motion where my heels won't touch the ground. Okay? I'm really thinking about that toe point as I switch. So if that's fine, now I want to start working my way towards biasing one leg at a time. So I'm going to come to a step, and I'll usually start with a small step. This is 6 inches, and I'll see how they feel going into this over and back motion to where I'm having to control my descent, right? Over and back, control my descent. So this leg is still going to do a lot of the work, so it's not really going to a full weight bearing yet, but just another checkpoint I like to go through. And then obviously this turns into a quicker. I want to make sure this foot comes all the way down, so I am having to use this leg to push myself up onto this box, right? Now from here, I really try and isolate one leg just with the landing. So I'll have someone, same thing, small step, toe point, and I don't want to use this leg to control my way down. I want to feel like I'm kind of falling off a cliff. So I point my toe, and as I start to come forward, this leg's just going to collapse, and I'll control the landing. So this knee stays pretty stiff. I come forward, collapse, control the landing. So I want to see if I'm able to take myself into full plantar flexion, and as that toe hits the ground, it's all of this, not me lowering myself with this leg that's on the stair. And I'll do it forward, and I'll also do it laterally. So here, same thing, toe point, and I'm really trying to make sure that I control that landing. Once again, I don't want to land with a thud. So I want to see if I can control, especially if I have Achilles tendon pain or tibialis posterior tendon pain. I want to see if I'm able to do this without bringing on a lot of tendon pain, right? In this slow, controlled manner. Trying to bias my injured leg. 5 to 10 each way, and then this turns into something that I would actually try and rebound from faster. So maybe I come here, okay, and I pop back up. Now you see a lot of people compensating. They'll start doing this, where they never actually come back up onto the steps. So I do want to, once I've fallen down, come all the way up. All the way up, and I'm looking for that toe point. So just a quick review of each thing. It's going to be double leg point with a pause. Phase 2, double leg quick. Phase 3, switch jump with the pause, where I'll switch my feet. Phase 4 is going to be quick. Phase 5 is going to be over and backs. And then 6 is going to be slow lands. And then 7 is going to be slow lands, come back up. There it is.